I couldn't breathe. My office was quiet, but my mind was a mess. I'd gone through every audit file twice. My eyes burned from staring at the screen. My desk was a war zone of papers, post-it notes, and half-drunk coffee. But all of it led to one thing: someone was leaking information. And they were close. Too close. Miss Berkeley Anna poked her head in slowly, her voice hesitant. "You have a visitor." I blinked. "Who?" Her expression shifted, almost apologetic. "Mr. Hunter Blackwell." My heart stalled. For a second, I sat frozen. He was the last person I wanted to see, and the last person who should be anywhere near my office right now. "Tell him I'm not available," I said quickly. "I did," she said, wringing her hands. "He's already on his way up. Marcus, his assistant, is with him." Of course, he was. I stood from my chair, pushing the chaos on my desk to the side. I tried to calm my breathing, tried to steel myself. I had no doubt this was part of his game. He must have known things were falling apart. He probably thought this was the perfect time to swoop in. Well, he was wrong. The door swung open a few seconds later. Hunter walked in like he owned the place, casual, confident, like he hadn't been feeding chaos into my company from behind the scenes. Marcus trailed behind him, looking like he'd rather disappear. "Faye," Hunter said with a crooked smile, like he hadn't broken something inside me just by existing. "You're looking beautiful today." I didn't smile. I didn't even blink. "What are you doing here?" "I came to see how you're holding up," he said. "Big first day, right? Word is, your investors are in a panic." I narrowed my eyes. Words travel fast when someone's whispering in the right ears. His eyes glinted, like he knew exactly what I meant. "I just want to help. I don't need your help." Hunter took a step closer, his tone softening. "Faye, come on. This doesn't have to be a war. You and we could work together. Think about it." Blackwell and Berkeley, finally united. I stared at him. "Is this your plan? Tear me down so you'll crawl back and say yes?" He didn't answer. That silence said more than words ever could. I clenched my fists at my sides. "You're unbelievable. You're brilliant," he said, stepping even closer. "But you're also stubborn. You can't fix this mess alone. And you know it. Let me in. Let you in." I scoffed. "So you can watch me bleed up close." Hunter looked amused. "You're still so dramatic." "No," I said, my voice rising. "You're still manipulative. You knew everything that was happening. You played me, and now you want to spin it like I need you." He tilted his head slightly, like he was trying to decide how to answer. "I told my grandfather we were getting married. That you and I are in love." My stomach twisted. "You're insane. You need me," he said simply, "and I need you. Together, we'd be unstoppable." "You lied to your family. You're lying to yourself if you think you can survive this alone." My chest burned. The room felt like it was closing in. "You did all this," I said slowly, "just so I did what? Be desperate enough to say yes." "I did this," he replied, "because I need to fulfill my grandfather's dying wish." I turned to Marcus. "Get him out." Marcus hesitated, but then stepped forward. "Hunter, you'll go," Hunter said, holding his hands up. "But this offer won't stay on the table forever. It'd be nice to find someone else because I'm not getting married to you," I said. Hunter sighed. "At least consider a fake engagement. I'm supposed to take you to my grandfather tomorrow." I said nothing. He paused at the door. "He'll be waiting. Faye, you come around." He walked out, and Marcus followed, casting me an apologetic look before closing the door behind him. The second they were gone, I sank into my chair. My hands were shaking. Manipulating my company, lying to his family, cornering me on my first day. Why exactly is Hunter intent on marrying me? Is it just about his sister and my connection to Gerald in the past, or is there something more? By the time I got home, every part of me ached. My heels came off the second I stepped through the door. I tossed my bag on the side table and dragged myself upstairs. The scent of roast chicken floated through the air, but I wasn't hungry. I wanted a long, hot shower and 10 hours of uninterrupted sleep. But when I came down for dinner, towels still around my damp hair, I noticed it instantly: the tension. My grandparents sat quietly at the table, forks untouched, their eyes full of something that looked an awful lot like worry. I pulled out a chair. "What's going on?" Grandpa glanced at Grandma, who gave him a slight nod. He sighed. "There's been some talk." I tilted my head. "Talk? About the company?" Grandma said gently. "Your first day, and already investors are panicking. Some of the board members are saying that I'm unfit." I interrupted, lips pressing into a tight line. She looked away. "They say you're not handling the crisis well. They think you're too young, too emotional, too distracted. Especially after everything you've been through." "I am handling it," I said, trying to sound confident even as my stomach turned. "I've already gone through the audit trails. I know someone's leaking data, and I'll find them. They just need to give me time." "You don't have time, Faye," Grandpa said quietly. 3 more investors pulled out today." I blinked. "What?" He nodded. "Before you came home, we got the calls." My pulse quickened. My thoughts went straight to Hunter. He had to be behind this. He was tightening the noose. Grandma reached out, touching my hand. Sweetheart, someone came by earlier with a proposal. I froze. Who? Hunter Blackwell, Grandpa said. He's the grandson of an old friend of mine from high school. We've known his family for decades. I swallowed hard. Did he say anything specific? He asked for your hand in marriage, Grandma said, voice steady. I nearly choked. He what? He left a few minutes before you got in, Grandpa added. I stared at them both, stunned. You didn't think to call me. We didn't want to overwhelm you, Grandma said. But Faye, he seemed serious. He said he could help you fix this. I stood up from the table. My appetite vanished. So what? Now I have to marry some smart corporate manipulator to prove I'm capable. No one's pressuring you, Grandpa said softly. But if you don't want to work with him, if you don't want to marry him, maybe it's best you step down before the company is ruined. His words cut deeper than he realized. I nodded slowly. Excuse me. Without waiting, I walked upstairs, locked my bedroom door, and collapsed on my bed. My fingers hovered over my phone. Then, with a shaky breath, I tapped Hunter's number. He answered after one ring. Miss me already. His voice was smooth, amused. What the hell are you playing at? I snapped. You went to my grandparents. I like old people, he said lazily. They're sweet. Thought I'd introduce myself since we're getting married. We are not getting married. Well, not officially, yet. But I figured I should start buttering up the in-laws. I sat up. Why are you doing this, Hunter? What's your angle? You lie to your family, manipulate mine, sabotage my company, and now suddenly you want to marry me. It's simple, he replied. You need a lifeline, and I need a fiancé. Just for a few months. I take you to see my grandfather tomorrow. He sees him in love. He gets his wish and stop bugging me with blind dates. You save your company. Win-win. I don't need your charity. This isn't charity, he said. It's a strategy. Well, take your strategy and shove it up your ass. Stay away from me, my company, and my grandparents. Touchy, he muttered. I mean it, Hunter. Fine, he said. But when you're done playing the martyr, call me. My offer's still on the table. For now, I hung up without saying another word. A second later, my phone pinged. Lily sent you a message on Facebook. I frowned. What the hell? ID blocked her on everything. How did she even find me? Curiosity got the better of me. I tapped the notification. Her message popped up instantly. Thought you might like to know Gabriel's opening his new company in New York in 3 days. You'll be by his side and so were the twins. Attached was a photo. Gabriel stood beside Lily, looking proud and polished. Her hand rested on his chest, the other holding the twins. The caption read Mr. and Mrs. Caldwin to arrive in New York for the grand opening with their adorable twins. I stared at it for a long time. My chest was hollow, my throat tight. Tears welled up, but I blinked them back. Her twins, her family, my children, everything I had lost, now plastered on the internet like some cruel trophy. And now I was here alone, running a company on the brink of collapse while my ex paraded our children around like I never existed. I buried my face in my hands. Maybe aligning with Hunter wasn't the worst idea. I hated him. God, I did. But he was smart, ruthless. And if anyone could help me hold onto what little I had left, it was him. I just didn't know what it would cost me. But maybe I was ready to pay it. Because what other choice did I have?